All right, example 3 says, find the equation of the line graphed in the figure below. Now, up till now, the graphing technique we did, we got points, right? Don't write down what I'm about to write down, because it's not going to help us get the answer. It can, but it's not going to. The way I'm going to show you is easier than this. But if I were to make an XY chart and kind of go in reverse, and I started finding points, that's a point, and there's another pretty friendly point, keep going along the line, there's another friendly one there, there's another friendly one there. There's a whole bunch of friendly points in this line, right? So if I were to write those coordinates down, -2, 6, and 0, 3, and 2, 0, and 1, 2, 3, 4, -3, and 6, -6. Those 5 points all lie on that line, right? So what our goal here is to find the equation y equals something that makes this chart happen. Okay? First thing I want to bring to your attention is that every linear equation, every line equation there is, has this basic structure. And this structure is specifically called the slope-intercept structure, or form. Become familiar with this form. It's used all the time. Algebra II, we use it all the time. Geotrig, we have used it this year, not recently. Calculus, we've used it a lot this year. All right? It just keeps on coming up again and again and again, this structure. Okay? Y and X are the X and Y values of the points that create the line. M and B are just two numbers that make that specific line. M is called the slope and B is called the y-intercept. And we just figured out how to find the y-intercept, right? Just a moment ago. So the y-intercept is where it crosses the y-axis, so B is equal to +3 in this case. That's how you find the y-intercept. Use your eyes, take a look, and see where it crosses the y-axis. For those of us who are having vision problems, make it a little bit bigger. Can you almost see it now?
Yep.
All right. Then the slope. Okay, what slope is? The definition of slope is rise over run. Okay. Rise being the vertical change from point to point, run being the horizontal change from point to point. So what I want to do is I want to pick 2 points. Doesn't matter which points I pick. Let's say that's point A, call this point B, this is C, that's D, that's E. Down there. Okay, Ryder, pick 2 of those points. A, B, C, D, E.
Any of them?
Yeah, any 2.
A
and
E.
A and D. Okay. So Ryder picked A and E. Alright. So to find slope, I'm going to go from point A to point E. Let's go with a red line here. So from point A to point E, imagine you're at a mall. A really big mall in a big city, not the one in Norfolk. It's so big that it's got different levels, okay? And the first thing you need to do is you're up here at this store. Where are we at? But what store?
Route 21.
Route 21, all right? And then we're going to go down here to GameStop. All right, there's GameStops in malls sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Route 21. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is ride the elevator to the right floor. That's the rise. And then we're going to walk off the elevator over to GameStop. That's the run. So imagine every time we're going from point to point. First is the elevator ride, then walk along the hall. And I get off the elevator here. Do I start walking from here?
Yeah.
No. So I ride down, and then wherever I end up, then I walk over. And when we do this movement, we're either moving up or down or left or right. Up and right are positive movements, down and left are negative movements. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spaces down. So the rise of this is -12. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spaces to the right, the run of that's +8. So again, it's just a directional movement, up, down, left, right. All right, down negative, right positive. So the rise is -12, the run is +8. Reduce the fraction to lowest terms, it becomes -3/2. And notice when I reduce it, it becomes negative 3/2. Suppose when I said, hey Ryder, pick 2 points, and he said, how about we go with points D and E? Down 3 floors, right 2 floors, right? Down 3, right 2. Negative 3 over 2, same answer. If he had picked B and D, run out of colors here, let's go blue. From B to D, so down to the right floor, over to the right store. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 floors down, 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces to the right. Negative 6 over 4 reduces to negative 3/2. Doesn't matter what point you pick, you're going to get the same slope when you reduce the fraction. So, I found B by inspection, I found slope, that's M, right? Reduce the lowest terms. I simply substitute those two numbers into this structure to get my answer. Y equals negative 3/2 x plus 3. If I put any one of these points into this equation, watch what happens. Let's go with 4, negative 3. X equals 4, right? 4 divided by 2 is 2, times negative 3 is negative 6, plus 3 is negative 3. If I try 0, 0 plus 3 is 3. If I try 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1, times negative 3 is negative 3, plus 3 is 0. Okay, every point on that chart is there. But again, I don't have to make that chart to be able to make the equation. I use my eyes to find the y-intercept. I pick 2 points to find the slope. Wants to know the slope and the y-intercept. I write the answer. Most common mistake people make, a lot of people don't want to write that x there. They write y equals negative 3/2 plus 3, which is wrong. So don't forget your x when you write the equation below.